planes overhead, and we just had that craziest storm, and now this torrential downpour, which you can no doubt hear. Tornado warning, but not in the metro area of Minneapolis. What's up? This is MVA Joshua. Hopefully not recording my last will and testament on this drive down by the Mississippi right now. Now the sky looks unlike something. I've never seen the sky look like this before. Let's see if we can get it. It's like, it looks like a Photoshop effect. These super heavy, droopy, crazy clouds. Anyway, what's up? This is Joshua. And this is another one of those videos where we're gonna look back on an older clip, I think from 2018. This video, I'm talking about one of the things that can lead a designer into a really kind of toxic place. And that is when you see things differently than the client and you refuse to get on their level. And I talk about a really valuable lesson that I learned from somebody I worked for about 10 years ago who knew how to handle those situations so that he wasn't making a rough situation worse. So if you run into this thing where like maybe you have an ongoing relationship with someone and it's kind of a hassle and you're constantly trying to get them to see things your way, this video might be for you. So I've been working on a project for the last week or so, doing a bunch of campaign rollouts for different retailers. And the client killed two of the directions. In both instances, I disagree with why they killed it, and I think they're wrong. But that's to be expected, right? I did the work the way I did it for a reason, and they have their viewpoint and I have mine. One of the things that happens a lot of times, though, is when someone's sort of delivering bad news to you about a rejected direction, you can tell that they feel bad because they know that you're the one who has to do a whole new batch of work. Maybe they think that rejection is going to poison you in some way, and you're going to find it difficult to get back on the horse and do it again. So it's almost like they're delivering the news of a death. And one of the things I learned from an old boss of mine that was really great and has served me well is it doesn't matter why you did the thing that you did. It doesn't matter how right you are. Chances are you're not going to convince someone to see it your way once they've made up their mind. This is like the thing where you ever had, like, you make some work and then somebody compares it to something and like, oh, it looks like the Pirates of the Caribbean poster, and you're like, no, it doesn't. It literally does not look anything like that. But that's not the point. What all that means is I don't like this thing, so I'm going to say it looks like something else I don't like that we can both agree is corny. Once that happens, it doesn't matter what your rationale is, you're done. It's time to pull up another idea or go back to the beginning and reconcept. The thing that I learned from this old boss was once you get the feedback, you just make that feedback the new reality. So yeah, you were right for the first phase, but now there's a new reality. And as long as you can make sense of the reality, and that doesn't mean you have to agree with it, it just means you have to like be able to conceptually wrap your head around where are they coming from. One, that's going to help you do better work. It's going to help you get out of fight mode. But then two, I think it helps you not personalize the rejected work so much that you go like, okay, look, I did the right thing. It got killed. That's not a reflection on me at all. I didn't make any mistakes. I just operated from a viewpoint, presented, and now we understand that like that viewpoint's not shared. Here's the thing, like I'm still disappointed. Like, well, one, I don't want to redo the work. That's not fun. I did it what I believe to be right the first time, but now I'm going to do it again, and I'm just going to approach it from a new POV, which is that of the clients. So I think the big thing, if you're a designer, or especially if like you're a young designer, is like when you're in critiques, you know, you're presenting work and trying to defend it, usually trying to get people over to your side. Once you're working, 99 times out of 100, you're not swaying anybody. You made your case, you failed. It's fine. And the really important thing to do is not to sit there and be mad at the client, not to sit there and be mad at yourself that you couldn't have anticipated it. You just have to learn how to detach yourself from the feedback and go, okay, cool, like part A went like this. I did what I should have done. Now I'm going to do part B. I'm going to do it differently. I'm not going to take it personally, because I think that's the hardest thing, is you really have to learn how to not take the rejections personally and not kind of beat yourself up over them, which is like a thing I definitely used to do in the past. Now I usually just look at it as like, this is a disagreement. I misread the situation. Cool. Let's go back and hit it from a new angle. So I hope that you dug that video. When I stumbled back on it, I still felt exactly the same way. And I think there is a larger lesson to be learned there, which is that whenever you find yourself in this situation where you want things to be different than they are, you start creating these sort of toxic situations for yourself. And the issue isn't that you want things to be different. The issue is that you wish things would be different and they can't be. And rather than go put yourself in a better, more productive situation, you just grind through this awful feeling, whether it's this client is stupid, or this job sucks, or this school is dumb, whatever it might be. Just keep wishing it's going to be different, but you continue to do the same things over and over and over again. There's something to be said for trying to make a situation more tenable or work for you, but doing it too long just makes you the sucker that's afraid of change. So try different tactics with the client or with the boss or with whoever, but also recognize when it's time to cut bait and get the hell out of there. Thanks for watching.